Sometimes the biggest discoveries don't come from some dramatic, planned out operation. Nope, they just happen. They come from the most ordinary, everyday moments. And today, we're going to look at exactly that, how a simple traffic stop on a quiet highway just completely spiraled into something else entirely. So let's start with just a number, 46. On its own, it doesn't really seem like much, right? But trust me, this number is at the absolute heart of our story today, and it represents a huge discovery that all started with a really, really small mistake. Yeah, 46 kilos. To give you an idea, that's well over 100 pounds. And we are definitely not talking about luggage. This was a massive stash of drugs, just tucked away, hidden in the trunk of what looked like a perfectly ordinary car. So you gotta ask, right? How in the world was something like that found? Was this the end of some months-long investigation? Did they get a tip from an informant? Was there a crazy car chase? Well, the reality is so much more surprising. Let's rewind a bit and see how this whole thing kicked off. Okay, so let's set the scene. We're on a highway in Navarra. That's a region up in northern Spain. Just picture it. It's another day. Cars are just cruising along. People are going about their business. Absolutely nothing seems out of the ordinary. And here's the thing you really need to understand. It's what didn't happen that's so important here. The police were not acting on a tip. There was no long, drawn-out investigation pointing them to this one specific car. For all they knew, it was just another vehicle on the road. And there it is. That's it. The trigger for this whole massive bust was one of the most common traffic violations you can possibly imagine. The driver was simply going too fast. A routine patrol car, just doing its job, pulled the vehicle over for breaking the speed limit. That's all. Now, the officers who made this stop were from the Guardia Civil. Just so you know, they're one of Spain's national police forces, and they're the ones you'll see patrolling the highways. So their day-to-day job is pretty much enforcing traffic laws. But you have to imagine, during this totally standard procedure, something must have just seemed off, enough to make them want to take a closer look. I mean, when you break it down, the chain of events is just incredibly simple, almost laughably so. It all starts with a super common traffic violation. That leads to a completely standard traffic stop, and that stop ends with a discovery that just turns the whole situation on its head. This really just lays it all out, doesn't it? The contrast is just wild. Over here on the left, you've got the cause, a simple, everyday oopsie, and on the right, the consequence, a major criminal seizure. It's like the perfect reminder of the butterfly effect, how one tiny little thing can lead to this enormous outcome. Look, it's easy to write this off as just a lucky break, right? But it's so much more than that. This story is really a testament to why that consistent, day in, day out police work is so important. We always hear about the big, high-profile stings, but this case shows that diligent, routine patrolling can be one of the best ways to uncover huge crimes that are just hiding in plain sight. So that's what I want to leave you with. This one car, stopped for something as minor as speeding, was hiding a 100-pound secret. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? With thousands of cars driving by every single hour on any given day, what other major stories are out there, hiding in plain sight, just one routine traffic stop away from being blown wide open?